What's going on, everyone? My name is Billy No, and this is Totally Taco Tuesday Time Together, episode 7. And I'm quite aware that it is not Tuesday, it is in fact Friday. But you know what? Fuck you, it's my channel, I will upload whenever I feel like it. So, this gameplay is using the golden Spas-12. It is number 4 on my list of shotguns to get a MOAB with. And I actually, well, this is the gameplay right here. I have all of the shotguns golden right now, which is just absolutely awesome. And I've got a MOAB with all of them except the KSG, which is going to take me a little while. It kinda sucks. But anyway, in this video, I kinda cut ahead in the gameplay to where I started, pulling my head out of my ass. Because earlier in the game, I was just, I was doing my favorite activity. I was sucking dick. And I was doing it a lot. So, eventually I got tired of it, and I pulled my head out of my ass, and look at this, coming up right here. I'm gonna come up on a quad, and I'm gonna do what anyone would do in this situation. 1, 2, and I choke. I can't hit a quad feed, I just can't do it. So anyway, today's topic in Totally Taco Tuesday Time Together is once again Kim. In the last episode, I talked about how she was awesome. She's Asian, she's the homecoming queen, and she was just like the perfect girlfriend, everything seemed to be awesome, and we were just doing everything together, and, we eventually started to diddle each other's fiddles, so to speak. Hopefully you follow what I'm saying, and we did the whole, I love you sort of thing, all of that fun stuff. But there's an issue when it comes to diddling each other's fiddles. I think that's what I called it. So eventually... Oh, by the way, Kim, I know that you're still subscribed to my channel. So if you get on your YouTube account and you see this video, go ahead and tell me to take it down, and I promise that I will. I could totally understand if you wanted me to. Bye! So anyway, sorry I had to put that in there. The problem with diddling each other's fiddles is that eventually it just starts messing with your psyche. The thing is, when you do that, it does really create a special bond with that person. Take it from someone who knows. And it makes you really, really attached to the person who you had sex with. And you start to think of them in a different way. You start to think almost like you're a married couple. So you start spending all of your time together and doing everything together. Which is good and bad. It's bad because, you're not married and you're in high school. You can't, or whatever you are, but you can't be affording to do that, all the time. And spending that much time together is really taxing on the relationship. You always think that you want to, get with someone and spend, all of your time with them. But when you do that, you realize how much that person really annoys you. And especially if you're having sex with them, every bad quality about them just gets magnified by 10. So, eventually, that's exactly what happened with us. We... Around 1 month or so, we started having sex. I'm sorry, we did not have sex. We diddled each other's fiddles. Because I don't have sex. I'm a good boy. But... Shit, I just got off track. So we were doing all of that, and this goes on for a few months, and eventually she tells me that she has this bad habit. Whenever she gets in a relationship for a really long time, which she does quite a bit, she's a long relationship type of gal. When she does, eventually she just, starts freaking out. And here I get the MOAB, which is just fucking awesome. But eventually she just starts kind of freaking out, and she'll find she doesn't even find an excuse to break up with someone. She just does break up with them for no reason at all. And she told me, hey, I really love you. So if this ever starts to happen, don't let me break up with you. Just whatever you do, don't let me break up with you. Talk me out of it. It may take a day or two. Just don't let me break up with you. Well, unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. For about 3 months, every week for 3 months, something would just set her off. There would just be one tiny little incident where she would just blow it out of proportion. And, it wasn't anything like, I don't know, I blew her off for friends or anything like that. It was just something that I wouldn't even think was unacceptable, like a joke I would make or something like that. So that would set her off, and I would have to stay up all night talking to her to convince her to stay with me. So, eventually, after 6 months, that gets really taxing on a relationship. So I did what any reasonable guy would do. I stayed with her because the sex was amazing. I don't know. We talked a lot about marriage, and I thought that she really was the girl I was going to marry. And that was a big mistake. Oh, by the way, gameplay's over here. I'm going to also put up a clutch I had in Search and Destroy using the model 1887. So, eventually that kind of starts to get really taxing on a relationship. And I didn't want to be staying with her, but I couldn't get away. Everything was so, when things were good, things were amazing. And she never really, cheated on me or anything. She didn't do anything that bad. I mean, there was one time I thought she may have, because she went to her ex-boyfriend's house for a party that I didn't know about, and I actually found that out from my friends later, so she may have cheated on me there, but I didn't know about it. But eventually, she actually broke up with me, and she refused to let me call her. She refused to let me talk to her anyway. So she broke up with me, and she broke up with me for good. And then we got back together a week later. It was I don't know, for about 2 weeks straight, I was trying to get her to come back to me. And eventually she did, but, it was already broken. It was too late. And eventually we broke up again. And honestly, it took me a while to recover. I don't know. Kim left a very big mark on me. But that's all for today's episode. So, bye-bye, everyone. I love you.